just to caution y'all, I'm on live on both YouTube and TikTok. So if y'all see a question that pops up but it's not in the chat, it's probably because it's coming from somewhere else. But per my surgical clinic, they told us at minimum to take 2 weeks off from work. And then if you like sit at home, like you're a work from home kind of person, all we had to do was let them know that, and then we were approved to pretty much go back to work. Some people did go back to work like within a week. I work as an ER tech, so that there's no like light duty position for me. So I had no choice but to sit that time out. So I was a full-time worker. I saved up my PTO. I paid into my short-term disability, like that you can qualify for short-term disability for weight loss surgery, and they paid us 60% of our base pay. But for my hospital, I can pay into my short-term disability every month, and that raised me from 60% to 80%. So I was getting a good chunk of my normal checks. FMLA qualifies for weight loss surgery, so that will save your actual job. So I did like all the steps to make sure that I was good to take a month off. And I'm glad that I did, because like I said, there's no light duty positions working in the ER. And so if somebody comes in with a cardiac arrest, I'm doing compressions. If somebody falls, I'm picking them up. Like it, and then just the day-to-day normal running around, I'm doing 12-hour shifts. It was very I was exerting a lot of energy. So I'm glad I took that time off from work, because even when I went back to work, I was still if I was a month post-op, then I was just finishing the puree diet, going into soft food. So I spent 6 weeks barely getting any calories in. And now I'm back to work, like going full throttle. And so there were times where I was getting like dizzy spells. There was times where I did registration and an ER tech. So I was checking in people. I had to sit down at the front desk. There were a lot of times that I had to like take frequent breaks, and all of the people I worked with knew that. So like it was no issue. And I mean, at least I worked in the ER. So if I did pass out, I was at the perfect place to do that. But yeah, taking time off of work is just going to depend on your circumstances, the type of job that you have. Thankfully for me, even though I was still collecting a check, my husband pays all the bills. So like me not working just went into our extra money that we had. It wasn't like a financial restraint for us. So I'm thankful for that. But yeah. I can drop any other questions y'all got. I'm gonna be on live for a little bit today. I got 3 weeks off. Tonight will be my first day back to work. I work night shifts. Yeah, Elizabeth, I also work night shift. And so the good thing with nights is that it's definitely slower than days, especially if you work in a hospital setting. But I mean, there's still that time. You still get that evening rush. And from like 1900, so that's 7 o'clock to like midnight, it was still rocking and rolling. And so I just made sure when I did go back to work, and until I was really able to get solids in, I just made sure to pack a bunch of fluids with me. I made sure to have 1 or 2 protein shakes. I made sure to pack electrolytes, like electrolyte powder and Gatorade, bone broth, because that would be like, it felt like more of a meal. And plus you get the electrolytes from the bone broth. So I made sure to pack certain things when I went to work. That way, when I was feeling lightheaded and stuff, like it was all good. Hey, bro. Hey, Maria. If y'all want to pop on, just let me know, and I'll send you an invite. Yay, Luca. Which procedure are you having? Hey, Maria.
Sure, again.
No,
Sure, go give me.
no, you're good. Are you having a gastric sleeve? Yay. How are you feeling about it? Where are my books? Oh, over here. Yeah, I couldn't pop on your live earlier because I had to run out and go to the post office and drops of orders. I got 5 orders last night.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, so.
Double that number every day or every week or whatever, right?
You said that number will go up?
Yeah.
Yes.
So 5 and then 10 tomorrow. Like.
Yes.
So.
Yes. That's what I'm going to. I'm not going to. I keep trying to change my language, so I'm not going to say hope for. That's what it's going to be.
It's going to continue.
It's going to continue to grow. I work 11 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. Thanks for the suggestion. Yes. Pack your fluids, Elizabeth. Pack your fluids, definitely. It's something that definitely helps sustain me because I'm just naturally not hungry at night. So like I said, when I went back to work, I was on the soft food stage. So I would pack some things of substance, like maybe like, you know how they sell the tuna packs and those rippable kind of things where all you need to do is have a spoon or whatever.
Yeah.
So I would do that, tuna and salmon and stuff like that, like pack that with me. That way, when I was feeling hungry, I would have something, but most of the time I'm not hungry at night when I'm at work. So the fluids is what helped like sustain me and kept me hydrated and made sure I didn't pass out, staying on top of my electrolytes, especially with putting all of that energy out there. So yeah. Thanks for the follow, Miss Goodwin. Honestly grateful to all of the TikTok creators posting their journey. Yes, Luker. I wasn't like, I did a bunch of research in the very beginning of my weight loss surgery journey, which was last year, the ending of 2022 to 2023. I did like YouTube and TikTok research, but I really didn't realize like how big of a community this was until I started really producing content. So now, like for everybody who's just now getting their surgery or just newer to their surgery, like I think you guys are at a great advantage of, you know, just being able to watch other people's journeys, just realize that what someone else goes through, it may not apply to you at all. Like for me, I did a bunch of research, like I said, and I kept seeing people were like nauseous and vomiting all the time and not able to hit their protein minimums, but that was not my story at all. And honestly made me feel like I was doing something wrong when I wasn't. It's just my body's reaction to weight loss surgery. So take in as much information as you can, but just realize that none of it might apply to you at all. Yes, I still have my gallbladder. What do you think, Maria? I know you're an OG. So Maria here, how about you tell them about yourself?
My name is Maria, and let's see, I had a sleeve 9 years ago, and I was considered successful. I lost 90 pounds. I had a bariatric baby. I have a 7-year-old. And then at around 6 or 7 years, I had some regain, which, right, I don't know the full answers to, but I think it was due to a lot of stress. And so I went to my bariatric doctor just to see if he could give me some answers as to why I gained so much in such a short period of time. And it turns out I had a hiatal hernia, which is common after the sleeve. You can develop GERD. Mine was silent. I didn't know I had it. So that actually qualified me to have a revision to a bypass, which is also the correction for the hernia. So I had that in October of 22, and then I started taking Bonjaro in May of 23. And this time around, I lost 90 with the weight loss surgery, an additional 30 with the medication. And then I just had plastic surgery 19 days ago. So, sorry, that was a little winded.
No, but that's part of the full journey. Like, you know, you try to lose weight naturally. You go to your doctors, you do all the different diets, whatever the case may be. You end up, you might even take some type of medication even before surgery, whether that's prescribed to you or over the counter, like stuff like hydroxycut and all that stuff. And then you get weight loss surgery, and then life happens. You have a baby, you might have some regain, whatever the case may be. Then you may need a revision. You may need a revision for several reasons. People think that it's just for weight regain, but you could develop GERD. It's a common thing that happens after getting the gastric sleeve. Like, even if you didn't suffer from acid reflux, like that's something I'm very aware of. I've never suffered from acid reflux. if it happens and it's really bad and I need a revision to bypass, then I'll just go get it. It's not that serious to me. People get so fearful of revisions, and it's not that serious. It's just another tool. And
Yeah.
but even after getting weight loss surgery, you're still fighting the genetics of it all. And so if you're finding that you're losing weight slow, like first you need to give your tool a chance to do what it needs to do. But after some time, you're a year and a half post-op, your weight has slowed down, you still have a good amount of weight to lose, go back and talk to your doctors and see if you can get prescribed some type of weight loss medication, to get off those last 30, 40 pounds. A lot of people are doing it now, and a lot of people are starting to talk about it now, and it's becoming more of a normal thing. And I understand the questions that people may have, like, why do you need medication if you had surgery? Because surgery is not always the answer for it all. And so you may just need another tool, and that is fine. So I'm glad that you talk about your journey, all of your journeys. Now you have plastic surgery, you had the tummy tuck, and that's part of the journey. If you're dealing with loose skin, some people, loose skin doesn't bother them at all. Some people's will, and they want to get it removed, like me. And so
Yeah.
it's all part of the journey.
Yeah. Key. I would say talk to your doctor about it to see if that is something they would recommend for you. But I did not know about Manjaro before I had my revision. Obviously, that wouldn't have corrected the hernia, but so I know that that's an option that could help you if you had some regain. So you don't have to necessarily turn right to a bypass, which is a very invasive surgery. So you have a couple options. So I would talk it out with your doctor and figure out what your goals are. And if you are like me, I feel like I need both tools. I think both tools are helpful, but definitely go and weigh those options and before you make a big decision like that.
That's actually a really good point, Maria. That's actually a really good point, especially because now GLP-1s are more popular and out there, and just different forms of weight loss medication. You don't have to necessarily jump from VSG to bypass. If you want to start with one smaller tool like weight loss medication, then do that. And then if that's not working, then maybe consider the bypass. Like, talk with your doctor and really come up with a game plan on how you can move forward.
I'm gonna pause for 1 second.
Yeah, you're fine.
My boss is gonna call me, so
you're fine.
Or actually, I'll come right back.
Okay.
Okay. Will you kick me off of here? All right, bye.
Wait, how do it? Disconnect. There we go. Okay. So yeah, Key, as far as like how long do you think you should consider, you should wait before you consider a revision? Like, definitely I say give your first tool a chance to see what it does, because there's people who are a year and a half, 2 years out, and they thought that, they were done losing weight and that they were able to lose weight. And so I would come up with different game plans, like sit down with your doctor, see if you need a referral to a registered dietitian so that they can really comb out your food choices. Do that. Or you need to sit with a therapist because you need to heal your relationship with food a little bit more. Do that. Add in fitness, getting a personal trainer. Maybe you just don't know how to work out correctly for your goals. And then if that is not working, then move on to weight loss medication. And if that is not working, then consider a bypass. There's so many options for us now, to where we don't have to necessarily immediately jump for a revision. But if you do want to consider a revision, I would definitely speak with your original surgeon, see what it is that they think, see if that is the best course of action, and go from there. But definitely give your first tool a chance to tool. I have VSG on 1/22/24, and I'm struggling to get a good schedule for eating and getting my protein in. So Taylor, the thing that I did very early on was set a schedule, like not set a schedule, set alarms. I set alarms very early on, and it will change, of course, as you're getting further out. But like in the very beginning, that first month, I had an alarm going every hour on the hour to make sure I was getting my water and my steps and my vitamins, my protein. Like, I was setting those alarms. And then as I started to move through my different food stages, those alarms kind of shift some. Or I would just have alarms just for water, and then I can make alarms for just my food and stuff like that. So if you're thinking about a schedule, we have our phones in our hands all the time, set that alarm. That was what worked best for me. And also listening to your body when you're actually hungry. So as you're moving through the food stages and you're finally at solid foods, now is the time to figure out when you're actually hungry and make sure you're separating. Is this boredom eating? Is this emotional eating? Like, what type of eating am I doing over here? And then whereas you're actually hungry. And it's going to take a little bit of time to figure out your hunger cues. You might be dealing with like head hunger and stuff like that. So it takes some time to figure out what your body is naturally telling you so that you can actually listen to your body. But you'll get there. Definitely start off with setting alarms. You're still pretty early on. You can still use the alarms. Amanda, you're waiting for your call from your surgeon for your gallbladder. Do you need to get it removed now? And thanks for all the gifts, girly. Yeah, Taylor. Understanding the hunger cues. I feel like, hey, Kimberly. I feel like it took me some time to figure it out because even early on, like, I really just wasn't hungry early on. I feel like I was really just dealing with head hunger, and I knew I wasn't hungry because the moment I took a sip of something, I was immediately full. So that told me you're actually not hungry yet. Your mind is just bored, or you're thinking you're hungry and you're not hungry yet. Once I really got into the solid food stages, this is when I started to play with figuring out when I was hungry. It honestly took up until about 6 months post-op when I finally was able to get a good amount of food in, and I had 3 months to eat solids and stuff like that. That's when I felt like, all right, my body is starting to really tell me again that I'm hungry. So what you can do is, if you're going about your day and you realize you haven't had anything to eat, like have a mid-morning, mid-afternoon, mid-evening check-in, like set alarms. Like you woke up at 8, set an alarm for like 11. Did you eat yet? You haven't? Then maybe right now you need to force yourself to eat a little something. And then do the same thing for mid-afternoon, like from your last meal, a couple hours later, like 3 o'clock, do another mid-morning, a mid-afternoon check. Have you eaten yet? Because that's what I was finding, and still to this day for me, I am naturally not hungry in the morning. So it'll be 11, 12 o'clock and my body feels faint. And I know it's because I haven't eaten, but my body also isn't telling me I'm hungry. And so I don't like to force myself to eat. But by that point, I know if I don't eat, I'm going to have blood sugar crashes. So it's still, even me being 13 months post-op, it's still a bit of a trial and error trying to figure out what your body is telling you and then forcing your body to do what it needs to do. No, I didn't have to go on birth control after weight loss surgery. So what my clinic told us was, especially for women, I don't know the same for men, but for women, because of the hormone changes and the rapid weight loss, like you are very fertile after weight loss surgery. And if you don't want to have a child, like that immediate, because people do get weight loss surgery so that they can have a child because they suffer from fertility issues, or they want to get to a healthy weight so that they can have a child. That wasn't the case for me. So if you don't want to have a child, then to get on 2 birth controls, don't just rely on one birth control, one for the woman, one for the man. We did not do that. But my husband now has a snip, so now we really don't have to worry about that. But yeah, they didn't tell us you need to get on birth control. They just advise if you do want to have a child, wait until you're about 18 months just to let your body lose the majority of the weight, so that you can be of a healthy weight. But there are plenty of women who get pregnant soon after. I mean, as they were telling us to get on 2 birth controls, they also told us about a patient who had her surgery and a month later, she was unexpectedly pregnant. So, and it just is what it is. You have stones and it's distended. He needs to go over your result. Gotcha. Yeah, Taylor. So yeah, you're just like me. So if you're finding that it's time has passed and you have not had something to eat, you definitely want to just have a couple alarms in your phone for mid morning, afternoon, and evening check in, because when I don't eat, I have these blood sugar crashes. I am not necessarily hypoglycemic, but I do get these blood sugar crashes, and a lot of us do after weight loss surgery. And once I'm already at the point to where my blood sugar is low, I'm literally chasing it all day. I'm chasing a normal blood sugar all day, and it's so stressful on the body once you get there. And so I can recognize it in my body. Like I'm starting to feel like kind of fainty, kind of like foggy in the mind. And I already know your blood sugar is probably low. You haven't eaten in a while. You still don't even want to get to that point. But I just know myself now. I really, after weight loss surgery, I really pay attention to my body and what it's saying. I really try to actively like listen to what signs and cues my body is telling me, something I've never done before. So it takes some time because a lot of us have not done this before, paid attention to our bodies. If we did, we probably wouldn't be overweight and need surgery. You know what I'm saying? So now I actively pay attention to what my body is telling me to do. So I took 5 months off from taking my vitamins. I kept getting sick like a common cold. My body was telling me, you need more vitamin C, you need to boost your immune system up, but I wasn't listening. And then until I was like, okay, I'm tired of being sick, let me start taking my vitamins again. The moment I started taking my vitamins again and being consistent with it, I have not caught a cold. In 5 months, I had like 6 colds. That was, I don't even get sick like that. But my body was telling me something. So definitely listen to your body, have little snacks on hand. Don't feel like you have to eat a whole meal, but get your protein in at least. What are some good snacks to have that we can have? Because the one I tried, I don't like. Really, it's hard to give suggestions because people do have like a change of taste buds after weight loss surgery, and so I can tell you that I love something, and you can be like, "That's nasty." So some of my favorite go-to snacks that I like to have in the house is little Greek yogurt cups. Or the drinkable smoothies. I make sure that anything I have, it is protein packed. It has some form of protein in it. So the yogurt I pick up per serving, like the little cups that I have, is like at least 10 grams of protein. I love doing sugar-free beef jerky. I'll eat the whole little bag because it's only 2 servings a bag. That's 140 calories, but I'm getting, I think, 14 grams of protein. I can't 100% remember off the top of my head. Little cans of tuna fish, or the little like pre-packaged tuna fish that comes with some crackers. They have like the fat-free one that's already like tuna salad. I used to love those. I ate that too much, so now I'm over it. What else? I love eating there's this recipe out there. I've been meaning to make a video for it. So it's making ranch dressing out of cottage cheese. You just take the Hidden Valley seasoning and a whole tub of cottage cheese and blending it up to where there's no more lumps. But now you have a protein-packed salad dressing. And so that's lower in calorie and has protein. And now you can use that to dip raw vegetables in. You can use that on your actual salads. And so I stay away from raw vegetables because it gives me really bad gas pain, but I am going to give it a try, and I'm going to use it with the dip. But I mean, shoot, I was eating chicken wings with that ranch dip. Like, make what you make. As far, I have like a ton of food videos on my TikTok. Like I do meal ideas all the time for breakfast, for lunch. I'm not really good for dinner because for dinner, I honestly eat whatever I'm cooking for my family, or like some type of moderation of it. So if they're eating salmon, mashed potatoes, and corn, I'll probably just eat the salmon and pick a different side, or have a couple of bites of the mashed potatoes and keep it moving. And I have a ton of snack ideas too. Like I have a ton of snack ideas. So just check out my page. I have a ton of recipe ideas for you. I really should make an ebook for you guys and put it on my website. That way it's kind of like you can kind of just grab and go. Okay, you're back. Boop.
So sorry. Everybody always, don't you notice when you're on a live and you're having good conversations, people call you?
Yes, that's when people are calling in. There is a dip at Sam's Club called fried pickle and ranch. It's so good. It helps. Ooh, that sounds good. I don't have Sam's
I
Club
haven't
near
tried
me.
it yet. I bet you, Christine, I don't know if you remember her. She's having, she had or she's having plastics today.
Oh.
In the EOC. She loves pickles, everything. So I'm pretty sure she's trying.
Yeah, I don't have a Sam's Club near me. There's no Sam's Club in the state of Washington. It's only Costco. But that sounds so good.
I wonder if you can order it like.
But it'll probably be perishable. Oh, wait, I'm trying to get caught up on y'all comments because y'all know I get on here and I start rambling, and then I have to go back and read like 12 comments. Okay.
Sorry, and then I had told my boss, "Do you have a second?" And of course, she takes forever. This one time, she's like, "Oh, I'm ready." I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm on TikTok Live. Hold on 1 second."
Hey, Cassie Lee, your 1 week post VSG. I'm so glad my videos are helping you out, girl. Amanda, the drinkable smoothies are yes, the drinkable smoothies are my absolute favorite. I love the one from the Too Good brand because it's 70 calories for the bottle, it's lower in sugar, but it's higher in protein. Whereas all of the other ones, like the Chobani sugar free, are so nasty to me. Like it's so nasty, but I love the ones from Too Goods.
Oh, congratulations on that.
Let me show you.
You don't have Costco, Amanda? That's
yeah,
crazy.
I have Costco.
You have Costco's everywhere. You start soft foods next week. Well, that's exciting. I think Janae and I both agree that the puree stage is like the worst. That was the worst for me. So I'm not gonna lie. I literally didn't I didn't do puree. I just chewed it really good.
Yeah.
And yes, I agree with Janae. Those are phenomenal. I love them. I bought this King Soopers brand the other day, and I'm going to show you guys what not to get. Get what she has, and don't buy this King Soopers brand.
Yeah, so Queen at 1984. This is the drinkable smoothie that I always do. It's from the brand Too Good. It's 3 grams of sugar. That's the one not to do.
Yeah, I tried 2 flavors so far, and they have that nasty artificial sweetener taste to it. I can't do it.
Yeah, this bottle is 70 calories, has 2 grams of fat, 5 carbs, 3 sugar, and 10 grams of protein. And this is such an easy grab and go. I was doing this from the liquid diet phase, like because we were allowed to have Greek yogurt on my plan. So I've been drinking Too Good though. I'm not new to this. And then they also have the cups of yogurt too. Get the coconut cups. The coconut cups, I'm addicted to them. They're so good.
Yeah, those Too Goods are really good. I bought a bunch of those and I was slamming them, and I thought maybe, this generic brand is going to be exciting.
Nope.
And they weren't even that cheap. They were like $1.30 or $1.40 a piece, and I have like 8 of them in there, and I don't even want to touch them.
Right. You may have to mix them in with your smoothies that you make to kind of like not waste it, but to yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm so glad I'm having this conversation with you.
Right, because you'll be looking at it like I do not want it, but if you like throw it in with your fruit smoothies that you make, and that way at least like you're getting the protein and you can kind of get rid of it.
Whoever's away from Costco, that's crazy.
Wait. I'm trying to get caught up again. Okay. Yes. Check out my page for recipe ideas. I do have a couple of playlists. Like I have a breakfast playlist, a lunch, a dinner, a fast food, and a snack playlist. But yeah, I think I'm gonna make an ebook.
Video you were talking about yesterday that everyone was laughing at too.
Oh, I meant to send it to you. Okay, I'm gonna remember to send it to you.
Go find it. What's the topic tonight for Berry Sisters?
Berry Sisters, what are we talking about? Oh, we're talking about self-care. We're talking about self-care after weight loss surgery, pouring into yourself, how it's how to have a self-care routine even when you're busy, getting over the guilt of of trying to prioritize yourself. So we're going to be talking about that tonight. So I do a weekly TikTok live with Cara and Bree. It's called Berry Sisters. We do that every Wednesday night at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. So 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, 6:30 Mountain. So yeah, just jump on TikTok live. Come to my page, Cara's page, Bree's page. We have the Bariatric Sisters page as well. And come and join us for a good conversation and get your questions answered and listen to what we got to say about pouring into yourself after weight loss surgery.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much for all of the follows and the gifts and likes. Make sure y'all following Maria too.
Yeah, I have it linked in my bio too, guys. So if you need to find those journals.
Oh yeah, so thank you so much, V, for congratulating me on the journal launch. So let me talk about the journals real quick for a bit. Is the Chobani Complete Yogurt Shakes good? So I haven't had regular Chobani. I normally stick to sugar-free or lower sugar stuff. So I don't think I've ever tried the complete one. I think I've only had the regular one before weight loss surgery. But I can tell you the sugar-free one is nasty as hell. I can tell you that. Okay, I'm caught up on the comments. Okay, so let me start rambling real quick. So I made these weight loss surgery journals. I made them because I know somebody's gonna get that question. I actually made these 3 weight loss surgery journals right here. So what I found is that during my weight loss surgery journey, as I reflect on my year, I found that the mental part was the hardest part of it all for me. And outside of like the scale and tracking my food and all that stuff, like I really had a toxic relationship with all of those things, tracking, weighing myself, all of that stuff, diet culture in general. And so at 6 months post-op is when I started journaling and really trying to get into what were the habits that led me to need weight loss surgery in the first place. I jumped on Amazon to try to see if there was any bariatric type of journals that I could buy, and there isn't any. I mean, there is, but they focus on, again, your weight goals and tracking your food and tracking your fitness. And I didn't want to think about that. Like, we know enough about that. We need to start digging into the deeper thoughts. So I made my own. So right now I have 3 types of journals. One is dedicated to the pre-op stage. One is for the first year after weight loss surgery. And then one is for us OGs. They're either 6 months long or a year long. The 6-month one has a couple of activities, and then you have weekly guided prompts. And then the 2 ones, the ones that are for the first year and then life after, they're a year long, and they have daily guided prompts. So 366 guided prompts that, you know, can help you figure out some of your habits for weight loss surgery. And what you will realize if you get the journal and you're reading through the prompts, you'll realize I'm not asking you anything about your goal weight, your goal body, your anything. I'm not asking you anything. I'm asking about a lot of the habits that got us there, and how do you feel about your relationship with food and your relationship with fitness. There's like a lot of good stuff in there. So if y'all want to pick one up, y'all can go to my website. It's linked in my bio. My business website is called digressandigest.com. And if you hop on Berry Sisters tonight, I'm going to give y'all a 10% code that you can use tonight. I know when I was on live yesterday, I gave y'all a discount code, but I'm going to save the discount code for later tonight. So you can pick one up now and get a 10% off discount code by signing up your email for the newsletters, or you can wait until tonight, or you can just buy one, period. But yes. Ooh.
Sorry, guys. I'm like multitasking.
No, you're fine. I'm trying to pull up the business page actually on, I don't think I'm signed in on my laptop though. Look at me. Nope, I'm not. I'll do it later.
Today, or you work tonight?
I work tomorrow night actually. I had like a long 2.5 weeks off, and then now I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, off Sunday, then work Monday, Tuesday, and then I'm off for another 8 days. So I will probably be very quiet.
Like, how do you do the overnights with the kids? Like, what is, if you don't mind me asking, like, with no hubby, do you have support?
I'll text you about it offline though.
Okay.
No, you're good.
Cool.
You're
Yeah,
good.
like you don't have to tell me specifics on it, but that's
yeah.
good. You have support because
Yeah.
I know your family's all back east,
On
right?
the east. You have your weight loss surgery scheduled for April 30th. Yay! Congratulations, you're having a sleeve. Make sure you pick you up a weight loss surgery journal so that you can, reflect on all of these times, all of these different times. Like, I'm giving y'all a little sneak peek. I have a couple of sneak peek videos too on the website if you want to like look to see what it is that you're getting. But yay. How soon did you try soda or something bubbly? At 2 months post-op is when I started drinking carbonated drinks. I ran it past my registered dietitian actually because I worked in the ER overnight and I don't like coffee. Coffee doesn't have much of an effect on me. And I don't like tea, but I needed something caffeinated. So she said that I was good to drink carbonated, like the sugar-free Red Bulls, which is what I was doing. As long as it didn't give me any discomfort. Carbonation does not give me any discomfort. I've tried it all. Like I said, sugar-free Red Bull. I drink diet soda. I drink sugar-free kombucha, sparkling water. Those are the main 4 things that I drink that's carbonated. None of it gives me any discomfort. It does give me the burps at times, especially if the drink is warm, but it doesn't give me any discomfort. I need to try the ratio protein. I see it all the time. I know they have a drinkable form too. I need to try them though. Hey, Sarah.
Good, I just, because they have whey protein, it messes me up. So
I appreciate you, Sarah. Make sure you go sign up for the newsletter on the website. That way you can get a 10% off coupon on your first order. I just found your page last night. I love your content, very informative. Yay, thank you so much, love. You just had your surgery. Which procedure did you have? Is it Mioka? Am I saying that right? I be trying to make sure, trying to pronounce y'all name so you know I'm talking to you, but then I'd be like, I don't want to butcher your name. I'm 1 week post-op. I feel like you're drinking water wrong. Even with little sips, I feel full. Well, you're 1 week post-op, so I'm not surprised that you immediately feel full after weight loss surgery trying to drink water. I think, I cannot remember 100%. I know I have the videos from back then, but I think I was only allowed to do like 4 ounces of water at a time per hour. Or maybe it was 6. Like I couldn't go over 6 in an hour time span for like those first 2 weeks. I could be getting it wrong, but I know it was like a small amount of ounces so that I wouldn't get that like immediate full sensation. So maybe you just need to like slow it down a bit and sip slower. That way you don't instantly feel full. But I know there was like only a certain amount, and y'all let me know in the comments below if you had also this like kind of rule, but or this guideline. But I'm pretty sure it was like 6 ounces of fluid within an hour, every hour, so that you wouldn't like do too much instantly, and that way you can still sip on both your water and your protein. The website is linked in my bio. It's called, let me write it in the comments. Hey, Essence. Digest.com. Digress and digest.com. There you go. Okay, I did say it right. Okay, good.
you go 30 ounces every 15 minutes.
Ooh, that early on, that feels like a lot. I couldn't imagine hitting 30 ounces in 15 minutes. I feel like I can't even get 30 ounces in Are you sure it's 30 ounces?
I don't know. Like,
Because I'm thinking about it. This is a 40-ounce bottle.
I was able to chug water. So
You said you was?
I was able to chug water.
30 cc's. Gotcha.
Oh, okay. But not 30 ounces.
Mm-mm.
No way.
Because I was about to say, this bottle is about 40 ounces. There's no way I can drink this whole thing in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know if this will help that person, but I had a 1 ounce cup that gave me. Oh, yes, that is a good tip, Kimberly. So sometimes they send you home with like those medicine cups that are kind of like pre-labeled. I know they sent me home with a bunch of them, but you can just pretty much buy them from the store if you don't, or just use like a regular medicine cup if you have cups, you know, medicine at home. But those little cups, I will fill up pretty much doing little shots, and that's exactly what I did very early on, like when I was on those 2 weeks of a liquid diet until I can pretty much handle a little bit more fluid. I would fill it up, shot it back, fill it up, shot it back for both my water and my protein. I forgot about that. Thanks, Kimberly. Yeah, I'm only able to really chug water on an empty stomach. It's like a first, like in the middle of the night kind of thing, or like when I first waking up kind of thing and I'm dying of thirst. Like that's when I'm like sitting there like chug, chug, chug. But throughout the day, I drink fast, but I don't think I like chug too much. What's 1P?
What's 1P?
No, I'm looking at the comments. I'm like, what's 1P? She said, I'm 1P. What's 1P? We proportion our protein shake too. That helped. Yep. I drink too fast sometimes. Your 1 month post-op and water is still a struggle. Yeah, the best water tips that I have, because I'm 13 months post-op and water is still a struggle for me, which is crazy because I used to be able to get a gallon of water per day. But so some things that helped me was drinking from a straw. Drinking from a straw, making sure I have like multiple different types of sizes of water bottles. So like I have a 64-ounce water bottle I take to the gym with me. I have these 40-ounce water bottles that I'll take to work with me most of the time, or if I know I'm out and about, because it fits in my car cup. And then I also have like a 24-ounce water bottle because it's kind of like simple math for me. Like I know if I had 2 of these, which is what I aim for per day, then I know I hit 80 ounces of water for the day. So that's how I like easily gauge it, because if I go cup by cup, I'm forgetting where I'm at. I'm forgetting instantly. I do the Crystal Light and I do the Mio, like the water enhancers. I do that. It helps me drink more water. I just water it down because those little packets are too sugary for me personally. But just having the taste is enough for me. I do water infusions as well. So I'll do like, especially now it's springtime, it's summertime. This is when I really like to like throw watermelon and basil, or watermelon and basil, orange and lemon and grapefruit, lemon, cucumber, ginger, and mint, like stuff like that. Like I'll throw all of that into my water. And plus you get the nutrients a bit from the fruit that you're doing. And then working out. Not only working out, but working out early. Hey, bro. That also helps me get like a head start with drinking my water, because I'm like a 5 a.m. girly. If I am gonna work out, I like to work out in the morning. So that's the best time. It honestly is. Like, shoot, I'll get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll get up in the middle of the night. But the moment, like when it's midnight, I'm like, it's a new day. I can get up and go to the gym. But if it's 11 p.m., I'm not going to the gym at 11 p.m. Like, fuck out of here.
Absolutely not.
No, absolutely not.
And if I go in the middle of the day, I feel like I'm late. And so I don't have that same energy.
Yeah, I've tried it before, like doing like an afternoon 2, 3 o'clock, but my energy is just not there. It's boring. It's empty. That's the crazy thing. The gym is empty at that time, but I just hate going.
So mine is empty at my 5 a.m. time, which I absolutely love, because even in the evenings, there's only one gym in my area. The other one is like 9 miles away, so all the kids come there in the afternoon. So yeah, I'm good on the afternoons.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, Maria? How you feeling today?
You're muted, Maria.
Oh my God. I was like typing and yeah, but no, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm not gonna lie, I was looking at my stomach and you know how like when it folds over a little bit, I was like, I don't like this line, but that's the whole point of this foam board. But so, surgery does not fix your mind, y'all. So you know plastics and you'll still critique shit. So
Etta Johnson,
Walk with me in LA.
you said that you haven't worked out since January and you've been struggling to get back at it. Don't put too much pressure on working out. Like, I feel like a lot of us feel like we need to work out after weight loss surgery. Like, the weight loss is going to happen. Yes, will it help more? Yeah, but it's going to happen. I think that you should just figure out something that you enjoy doing that you do want to get up and go do. So that might not mean the gym. That might not mean running and lifting weights. That might mean going to a Pilates class or getting a Peloton bike and cycling or whatever you can stay consistent with that you like to do. So I go through different phases of it. Like sometimes like I am a gym girly. I want to lift. And now that it's starting to get nice outside, I'm like, I want to go run every single day. I want to run 3 miles every day. Like that's me. And I know you, Maria, you like to do martial arts. That's how you like to burn your calories and stuff. But that's also something you enjoy doing.
yeah, I like high intensity interval training. That's what I first started doing, and I got really addicted to hiking, which I still love. And then I got addicted to MMA. So I used to hate working out. It felt like a chore, and at somewhere along that 9-year period, like it became something I enjoyed. So I don't know how that clicks or what happens. Maybe it's just losing the weight and it feeling easier, but it definitely shifted. So like Janae said, find something that you like. If it's Zumba, if it's just walking your dog around the neighborhood. Like, here's the thing. When you have weight loss surgery, the goal is to not have you live in the gym. So that doesn't mean that you have to be a gym girly. So, but make that activity, the 10,000 steps, a minimum for yourself.
Make it fun for you.
Yeah, make it fun for you. And then there's this thing called Class Pass where you can buy like a certain amount of credits and it lets you kind of like gym hop or class hop pretty much. And so you can go try like Pilates, you can go try yoga, you can try I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff. If you just go to classpass.com, like you can see what's in your area. And that way, if you want to try different things until you find what you like, you can. And then you can just go get a membership at what you actually like.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. I haven't even heard of ClassPass.
And even check your local rec centers or YMCA. You could take a swimming class, you could do aerobics class,
Yep.
anything that to keep your body moving and active. I'm a full believer in that. So definitely something to keep you active, but something that you enjoy doing, not something that you hate doing because you're not going to want to do it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's why I've just always been inconsistent with the gym because I felt like I needed to go and be in the gym for 2 and 3 hours. And it's like, it's not that serious. My weight, I'm maintaining my weight just fine right now. And I have not worked out like in a good month. So that says something to me that I don't need to pressure myself to work out, but I like working out. I do enjoy working out. So I'm just at the point where I need to just find something right now that I enjoy doing that I can be consistent with. Sarah says, I don't know what to eat anymore. Have any ideas? I barely have anything here. I feel that, Sarah. Like, I feel like I go through moments in time where I don't feel like eating. Nothing sounds good. I don't feel like eating a whole meal. And so I find myself just like making a boiled egg and that's my meal, or eating some beef jerky and that's my meal. Like I go through the phases because I don't know what to eat, especially around lunchtime. I get like that during lunchtime. I want something quick, but I don't know what to eat. And so instead of actually sitting down to make something, I just grab whatever's in the pantry. Turkey sandwich is my go-to.
I love me a good turkey or chicken sandwich.
Somebody asked me on my video the other day, they were like, when I made the Italian grinder, which I don't clap back, but it was like, is there a reason why you use keto bread?
I'll clap back for you next time.
Yeah, because I like to do low carb. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Some of the questions that we get sometimes.
Some of the questions that is asked is sometimes like, do you really not know, or are you trying to troll me right now? Because I get it. Sometimes people are like, why do you do those things? So I try to educate, but I'm also good at reading between the lines. And like, I'm like, you're trying to be shady right now. But I like the keto stuff because regular bread to me is like super thick. And so I won't be able to eat it, or I won't be able to eat 2 slices. Whereas the keto breads are thin, but also I don't particularly eat a low carb diet. But the keto stuff has more fiber in it. And if I want to be able to poop, then I need my fiber. So that's normally why I'm grabbing like the low carb pasta, low carb bread, like all of that stuff.
Yeah. So I just responded and said I choose to live a low carb, but it's so hard to gauge sometimes. Like, are you being a smart ass, or you legitimately asking me a question?
Right. Hi, Phyllis. You're getting your surgery on May 1st. Which procedure are you having? And congratulations.
Move out to LA Streets to get some more.
I want to see your hotel, by the way, bro.
Okay, I just walked outside to get some water.
Yeah, no worry. I'm sure I'll see it at some point if you're there for the next 2 days.
So somebody was asking me what low carb pasta I use. This is the low carb pasta that I buy. It's from the brand Carbe Diem. You can find them on Amazon, or you can just go straight to their website. They have like 5 or 6 different types of noodle shapes, but this is the one that I like to buy because in comparison to other protein pastas, because I know there's some that exist, this has better macros as far as the fiber is concerned. So for a serving of it, it's only 110 calories. I think other protein pastas is like 190 calories. It has 40 grams of carbs, but it has 24 grams of fiber per serving. And then it has 8 grams of protein. So this is the brand that I personally like to buy. If you're trying to, you want pasta, but you've been trying to avoid it, or just trying to find like a macro-friendly one, this is the pasta that I buy. They need to freaking sponsor me because I'm always talking about them.
At that part.
Oh, both of y'all. I'm losing both of y'all. Oh, you're out and about. That's why. I take more protein stuff, but it's hard to find.
I'm gonna jump back in, so I'm crazy.
Okay. Oh, you're in Canada, Sarah. Like in the US. Oh, Sarah. So I'm not shipping. I know you said that you were gonna buy a journal. But I'm not shipping currently to like outside of the States. But I do have, if you go to my website and go under frequently asked questions, I need to make a video about this because I do have a couple of followers who are outside of the States. If you go to frequently asked questions, you can find my journals on Amazon as well. I have them listed on Amazon so that Amazon can ship it internationally and I don't have to pay those fees until I'm ready to pay those fees directly. So I have links for the Amazon cart that like the Amazon links for the journal. I have it. And then if Amazon ships to you, then they can ship it to you. It might take 2 to 3 weeks because they have to actually like my publishing is through Amazon and they have to like make the journal. So it might take 2 to 3 weeks to get to you. But yeah, I just realized you are in Canada, so you won't be able to. I need to see. I know I can probably add Canada on my shop and it shouldn't cost me that much, but like places in the UK and stuff, like I'm like, ugh, I'm a small business. As a small business now. You can get the pasta from Amazon. It's linked in my store cart as well under food and nutrition, or you can just straight go to carbediem.com, Carbe Diem Food, something like that, their website, and order it. What got me off course was discovering crumble cookie. I haven't, there's a crumble cookie right next to me, or they're making one right next to me. And I think a couple of months ago, I was on a crumble cookie kick and I would have like little bites of it. But them things are too sugary. And if I have too much sugar, it makes me like hangovery nauseous. And so I don't do too much sugar. Uh, um, I be messaging them, Kimberly. I be messaging them. I tag them on every single video that I show them, and they just comment back, and then that's it. And so I'm like, y'all fake as hell. Like, y'all getting all this free promo. I actually have more followers than you on both of your pages. You would think you would want to work with somebody who can give you more exposure, but whatever. Y'all fake as hell. But now I'm about to like stop promoting them because you getting free promo off of my hard work. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Good. I was like, wait. I want you to get your journal. I get sweet, sick, and dumping syndrome. I never learned. So thankfully for me, I've only had one episode of dumping. And it was either two things. It was either from kimchi, like the fermentation of kimchi, because it wasn't the spice, or it was just me mixing a bunch of foods because we went to an Asian restaurant and I had like a little bit of bulgogi, a little bit of kimchi, a little bit of sushi. And so maybe the different mixtures of stuff made me dump. But I can eat sugary foods. I can eat fast food. I can eat fried food. I can eat all of those things. The typical things that you would think makes you dump has never made me dump, but it just makes me very like nauseously sick if I have too much of it. So my body just tells me, no, we're not going to relieve this pressure. We're not going to dump. We're going to make you sit through that pain and that nausea until you learn your lesson. And so I have no choice but to learn that lesson because I hate that nauseous-y feeling. Like that's the only time I actually feel nauseous during my weight loss surgery journey. I remember you were saying that, Sarah, that it's like everything but nothing makes you dump, and it's crazy. Hey, Sierra, do you ever have days that you just don't feel like eating? I've barely been eating the past 3 days. Yeah, there was times in my journey where I'm just like, especially early on, I was just tired of doing everything that I'm supposed to do, right? Like you're supposed to hit your vitamins, you're supposed to hit your protein, you're supposed to hit your water. And so I think I was like at the very beginning of my solid food stage where I was just like, I'm tired of this and I'm over it. And on those days, like, it's okay. Like, you have to kind of like figure out what the new normal is and not like stress yourself out about it too. What I recommend is that you just go back to the basics. If that means you're just drinking protein shakes all day, maybe nibbling on some fruits and vegetables, that way you are still fueling your body, because what you don't want is to suffer from low blood sugar crashes. You don't want that because it's hard to like pick it back up, and then now you're stuffing yourself with food trying to raise your blood sugar and you don't even want to eat it. So like sometimes on those days I am just drinking drinkable stuff. I'm not like purposely trying to go back to the liquid diet or do a pouch reset. No, but I know that I don't feel like eating, but I need to fuel my body. So I'll do a yogurt. I'll drink a protein shake. I'll have one small meal. I just try to make sure I'm getting my my protein in and my water in, and I keep it moving. I'm on to the next day because I know this is not like every single day I'm doing this. This is a once in a while kind of thing, and I try my best to honor my body and what it's telling me. So you're hungry as fuck. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, it's like, I know I'm hungry, but I physically, like mechanically don't feel like eating. And like, even now, like I suffer through it every morning. Every morning, I was saying it on a live earlier. I know you just popped on, but every morning I probably won't have nothing until 11 a.m. And I know I'm hungry and my body is telling me I'm hungry, but it's like physically trying to sit there and make something and then physically sitting down to eat, my body don't want to do that. And so I end up like starving myself until like noon. And then I'm like, oh, wait, okay, now I should actually eat something. But yeah. Oh, and if anybody is on here that has ordered from my website, all of the orders I've already sent out. I know I sent out 4 orders today. I know Nadia was on here earlier. Your order was sent out today. Everything is in transit. And so you should be getting your journals within a week or so. So I'm happy for y'all. Okay. I'm a week post-op and you're regretting this sleeve. Why exactly are you regretting it? After that, I eat once a day. I just had mine on Monday. So excited. Yeah. Thank you so much, Michelle. And how are you feeling? Which procedure did you get? I've always shared my weight loss journey here on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, like any weight loss journey I was doing. Like that was a thing a few years ago. That was a thing, like everyone has an accountability page. And so I had one too. And so when I decided to have weight loss surgery, I was like, okay, this is just another chapter of my journey. I'm going to share this. And I decided to share it from the moment I decided to get weight loss surgery. And I just haven't stopped since then. There's been times where I've taken breaks. Like I haven't posted an actual YouTube video in forever. I've just been so busy. But like I'm always sharing my journey, and I really enjoy sharing my journey because I learn something new every single day on this app. Like I'm learning a new perspective. I'm learning something different about my body. Like something different. I'm learning something new every day. But not only that, other people are learning from me too. And so I like that part of it, like how much of a community this all is. I post my TikToks, my TikTok lives. I'm on TikTok live right now. So I don't have to, I have 2 phones. I have like an old phone laying around. So I don't have to sit there and like, hold on. I don't have to sit there and download this entire TikTok. I just get on live and live stream on YouTube Live as well. And then boom, I'm kind of like knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone. So that's been working. That's been working well for me because I do have people like Kimberly here listening in and watching the YouTube Live and asking their questions. And I just feel like I can reach more people. So yeah. Michelle, you said it hurts and it's hard to keep liquids down. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I wish I had some tips for you, but my journey is like a lot different from other people's journey. Like I really went into this journey thinking that I was going to be nauseous, not being able to make my protein minimums, throwing up, not being able to keep things down. And I've always been able to keep everything down. I've always been able to hit my protein, not nauseous, not vomiting. And so, which is unexpected to me. Like I was not expecting that this would be my journey. And so when it comes to y'all who are struggling, like I ain't got no tips. I wish I did, but I don't have no tips because I don't even know. I didn't even have a day of that. So and I'm 13 months post-op now, so I don't even know what to tell you. So y'all in the chat here or on YouTube Live, I can read it off. If you have any tips for Michelle, she's just a week out. If you have any tips for her, share it. It's just not me talking here. I like to do a full circle dialogue here. So whatever tips you have so we can all help each other, drop them. Can you give advice on how to start doing content? I've been thinking about doing it a while. Just start posting. Like it's rough. It's rough trying to figure out like the algorithm and what you should post and all that stuff like that. I try not to like really look at that. I don't read my analytics, which I'm such a bad content creator because I don't look at my analytics to know if something I'm doing is good or bad. I naturally, because this was my accountability pages, I just post in the moment. And so think about what content you want to post. Like I like sharing wellness, so I share and have like content pillars is what they call it. So under my wellness content pillar, that's where I'm talking about fitness, weight loss surgery, and food. Under my self-development because that's what I do, wellness, self-development, and lifestyle. So under my self-development pillar, that's when I'm talking to more so about like changing your your mentality and your outlook on things, pouring into self-care, becoming a best version of yourself after weight loss surgery, books I read, all of the journals that I do, the journaling that I do, the things that help me. My main thing that everybody tunes into me for is the weight loss surgery content. So I take my other two content pillars and I connect it to that. That way I have a little bit of something that I'm into and 60% of what everybody is there for. And then lifestyle is kind of like an umbrella term that everyone pretty much uses. So that will be beauty. That will be, anything lifestyle. I don't post too much beauty stuff, makeup stuff, hair stuff. But I do sometimes, but I really focus on wellness and self-development. And it's through the lens of my journey. That's how I do it. And so what works for me is people really like when I just get on camera and I start talking. They call that FaceTime content, when it's like you're kind of talking to your best friend. Like it's not heavily edited, it's not super structured. It's just me talking. And I do that a lot, like when y'all get in my comments and y'all are commenting certain stuff. If I know I'm gonna spend a lot of time typing, then I just make a video reply to you, and I try to generalize it that way it can relate to everyone. Some of the more pre-planned stuff is like my meals, my fitness content, like stuff like that. But I really just do like a lot of camera face-to-face type of content. So it's figuring out what content you want to show. Follow a couple people who are content strategists. Like that's where I get like a lot of my tips from, where I want to clean things up because I would like to grow. So I follow like those type of people to like figure out like hashtags and hooks and stuff like that. But be yourself, show up as yourself, and yeah, don't feel like everything has to be perfect. You need the best lighting. I have a ton of lights, yet I like to use my natural light. I use my window all the time because I just prefer natural light. So it's figuring out what works best for you and how you can stay consistent with, and try just posting once a day and building from there. Thank you so much, Kimberly. As you can see, like if you watch my old stuff, especially on YouTube, where I was a little more consistent, like you see, I've been posting content. I've been talking about all of the same things: wellness, fitness, food, like beauty, self-development. I've always talked about the same things. And if you're watching my old content, then I know you can see the change in my face. Like I was like, I was big. And I like reflecting back on that. And that's why these were my accountability pages, so that I can see my old self. And I use my old self as my driving point to not go back and to keep moving forward. Oh, wait, your straw video helped me switch back to using straws because I was sipping. Yeah, so yes, Michelle, I use straws, and that's how I was able to get my water in. So here's one thing. Not everybody has a straw rule. Some people, when I made those straw videos, because I made a few, some people are like, oh, I woke up with a straw. My surgeon gave me a cup with a straw. Like, not everybody has that straw rule. So that lets me know that it's not 100% important, because not everybody has the same rules. But two, I was having a very hard time getting my hydration in. And so I was like, I'm just gonna start using a straw. And I started using a straw at 2 weeks post-op. And the moment I started using a straw, I instantly felt better. And so at my 2 week appointment, I told them like, hey, I'm using a straw. And they're like, is it uncomfortable? Are you able to get water? Are you chugging your water? You fine? Okay, good. Because they cared about me not being dehydrated versus me using a straw. So as long as it wasn't uncomfortable and stuff for me, I was able to use a straw. So, and I've been using a straw ever since. And the crazy thing is, like, taking a cup and drinking it like that hurts me more than using a straw. The reason why they say not to use a straw is because you take in more air, but I feel like I can control the air better in a straw than me gulping water. So me sipping from a cup hurts way more, and I don't do it. I literally only drink out of a straw. Like, it's, if I'm sipping out of something, it's directly from a bottle. But like a cup, even though it all works the same, I don't know. Like, my body is like slow when it comes to that. Thank you so much, Kimberly. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Anyone can measure me. You're good, Maria. I know you working and stuff. How long? Wait, where did that question go? Oh, how long was your recovery where you could move more and that you didn't have much pain? So here's the thing, when it comes to pain, I didn't have a lot of pain. Those first like maybe 3 to 4 days, I had like some pain from that main incision, because I have the gastric sleeve. So where they pull your stomach out of, that's where my pain was pretty much at. And it was more so like a burning, pulling soreness sensation, not so much pain, because I've had 2 C-sections. That to me was painful. My gastric sleeve was nothing in comparison to my 2 C-sections. So that's what I like to base it off of. It was nothing. The pain for me was mostly the gas pain that I had. I had gas pain extremely badly that lasted, like the intenseness of it lasted for a month. And my gas pain moved from my chest to my back to my shoulder. Like, it was a miserable time. And for that, I used Gas X and I walked. That was how I got my gas pain out for the most part. But as far as incision pain, I would have like random spouts of pain, but I was off of my pain medicine in less than a week. And I only like lasted like a week on my pain medicine because I thought that would work for the gas pain, and it never touched the gas pain. So maybe I would have felt the pain more if I didn't have gas pain, but the gas pain was so strong, it kind of consumed my brain, if that made sense. So I didn't even have a chance to pay attention to any other pain but the gas pain. What I did have, however, was a lot of soreness, because you don't realize once you have any type of abdominal surgery, you can't really use your abdominal muscles. You need to get it to heal. And so, but you use your core for all of your mechanical movement in your body. And when you stop using your core, automatically your body starts relying on your lower back. And so I had a ton of lower back pain because, again, like, you're using your back to do all of your standing, your sitting, your shifting. Like, you don't even realize how much you use your core until you can't use your core anymore. So that was what the pain was like for me. I've been preparing for surgery since June. They called you today with a date. Wait, what's the date? Wait, did you already tell me the date? I'm sitting here like, you're leaving me with a cliffhanger. Now I'm nervous. Did anyone have any panic right before surgery? So here's the thing with, that person never, unless I missed it, that person never told me why they regretted the surgery. I just thought about it. But here's the thing with me and weight loss surgery and my outlook with it. I knew about the risk. I knew about the possible complications, but I was so sick and tired of being on yet another weight loss journey that once I decided to get weight loss surgery, I always had positive outlooks on it. And so I went into this like with a positive mindset. Not to say that y'all are not, but like, I was just happy to have a solution that I knew was going to work for me. 1, 2, my approval process, it was a 2-month time period. Like, I was approved quickly. I'm a military spouse. That's why. So my approval process looks different than y'all's. But I didn't have much time to think because I only had 2 months to prepare. So that's 2. And 3, I, again, did not have a bad time during my weight loss surgery journey. I was always able to hit my protein. I was always able to hit my minimums. I wasn't nauseous. I wasn't vomiting. I had some rough times, but it wasn't bad to where, oh, I'm sick all the time. I freaking regret this, because that's what I'm finding, that a lot of people, like, they feel the regret because they're not able to get the protein in. They're not able to get the water in. They're always sick. They're always nauseous. And that's when people start to have that buyer's remorse or that regret. It ends up going away, but I never experienced those things because I was fully dedicated to this. I had a short turnaround time, so I didn't have to think about it, and I didn't have a sucky journey. Now, some people also start feeling regret because their weight loss is slow, and so they feel like, oh, I could have just did it natural if it wasn't going to be this slow. But think about it this way. This is when we have to do a mind shift change. When was the last time you was able to lose 15 pounds? Yeah, it's been a month and you only lost 10 pounds and you're tripping about it. But when's the last time you was able to lose 10 pounds and keep it off without regaining it? And then you need to figure out other ways to track your weight loss, like taking a tape measurement, doing before and after pictures and videos. Look, paying attention to your clothing sizes. A lot of us get so wrapped up in the scale, and that's why we're focusing in on stalls, when we need to have a little more gratitude and start shifting our mind to look at other ways that we're losing weight, and also paying attention to the non-scale victories, because those non-scale victories count, and they're telling you something internally that your body is doing too, and that matters just as much as what that scale is saying. So it's okay to definitely feel nervous and panicky right before surgery. I want you to feel how you're feeling, but also realize that you're giving yourself a new lease on life. And it's scary because sometimes we don't know what the other side looks like. Like, you're finally getting something that's going to work, whereas you've always been a failure. And so now you don't know what it's like to win. So 1, you're like nervous about the future. 2, sometimes your relationships with people change. That's a scary thought. I mean, there's a lot to think about, and it's okay to feel those feelings, but like, just realize this is, I don't regret this at all. Like, I will push weight loss surgery on anybody who wants to do it. So you're doing the right thing. Let me get caught up on these comments here. Oop. Wait. Okay, there we go. So I'm the same way. It's crazy because how different pain is for people. Yep. Yeah, honestly, if I'm looking back at it, that gas pain might have actually been toe to toe with my C-section pain. Honestly. I'm getting surgery tomorrow. I love how you put that, Karina. I don't know if you purposely meant to do that, but I love that. Congratulations. Which procedure are you having? Your program is 6 to 9 months. Your biggest regret is the dumping. Yeah, I get that. My only regrets are that I didn't do bypass and I didn't do it sooner. Gotcha. Right. Exactly, Bridget. Like, you're 45 pounds down in 6 months. You thought it would fall off, but you never lost that much before. And that's where that mind shift change comes into play. Like, you haven't been successful, and maybe you have been successful, because I've lost 60 pounds and 80 pounds. I've lost 60 pounds twice, 80 pounds once, naturally. And guess what? I was gaining it right back. I gained it right back every single time. And so that's the thing. Like, I try to look at it that way. Like, yeah, my weight loss for me has also been slow. But when is the last time I was able to keep this much weight off? Like, I'm 104 pounds down from my highest weight. And sometimes I'm like, damn, at 1 year post, like, I had very delusional thoughts going into my weight loss surgery journey. I thought I would be at my goal weight of 150 by now. But then I think to myself, like, when was the last time I was able to easily keep this much weight off? Like, never, not this. I mean, when I lost the 60 pounds and the 80 pounds, to even keep that off, I was doing 2-3 hours in the gym, only eating 800 calories. And this is with a normal stomach. So it's like I was doing the most and then I gained it all back anyway. Whereas right now, I've been coasting at 183. I eat whatever. I haven't worked out in a month. I don't weigh myself. I don't weigh my food. I don't track shit. I stopped paying attention to all that. And I've really just been enjoying where I'm at in this journey. Sometimes it gives me anxiety though, kind of like releasing the control. But then I get on the scale and I'm like, oh, I have a 5 pound kind of like fluctuation. So I'm like, oh, I'm only 185. Oh, I'm back down to 183. Oh, I jumped up to 187. Oh, I'm back down to 185. Oh, I'm back down to 183. Like my body is just doing what it's doing comfortably without me doing much effort. Weight loss surgery gave me that. And so, like, when you're talking about stalls, when you're talking about losing slowly, think about that. Think about when is the last time your body easily was able to get to the weight loss that it's getting at, and you were able to not really do much effort to do it. For me, I'm blessed with no pain, but Lord, I was bruised so badly. My entire stomach was bruised. That's crazy. I feel like a lot of people said that and let me know in the comments, y'all too. Like, did you have a lot of bruising and stuff after weight loss surgery? Bruises definitely come up very easily for me if I am gonna bruise. Yet I didn't have not one. Actually, I didn't have not one. I find myself wanting sweets. So honor that. Like there are sweets, there are macro friendly sweets out there that you can have. Like I love grabbing what is it called? The rice cakes. Those rice cakes are like 50 calories per cake. I'll put some sugar-free whipped cream on it and there's a sweet treat for me. That's not that serious. Or I'll even take a protein pancake or a protein waffle, throw some bananas on it, a little bit of peanut butter, again, some sugar-free whipped cream. It's satisfying that sweet tooth. So there's definitely alternatives. If you don't want to eat traditional junk food, there's definitely alternatives out there. There's ways that you can play around with your food. I really honestly let me know in the comments below, would y'all be interested if I came out with a few different like ebooks on meal ideas of normal stuff? Because I'm not one of those clean eating people, but obviously I'm still successful. So once you're in the solid food stage, I don't want to focus on those other stages because they will come and go. But once you're in the solid food stages, let me know if y'all are interested in me like putting together like maybe like 21 breakfast ideas, 21 lunch ideas, 21 snack ideas, kind of like that. I'll probably sell them on my website for like $5, something just really cheap. But yeah, let me know. I can like start filming it and put it together that way if y'all need like, some ideas, because I understand it's hard trying to figure out what to eat. A lot of us are not educated on food labels, tracking your calories, tracking your macros, counting your calories, counting your macros. What's the purpose of macros and how to use it to get to your goals? Like, I understand not everyone knows how to do that. I only know how to do it because I've been on a weight loss journey for 13 years. And so I picked up a lot of things along the way when you're trying to lose weight. So I fully understand how to weigh my food, how to count macros, how to count calories, like how to play with different things. And the foods that I show you guys all the time is exactly that, because I know what can I buy from the store that is macro friendly, that will satisfy my sweet tooth, that will satisfy my salty, tooth or whatever like that I could buy. So if y'all want me to like put together a couple of ebooks, sell them on my website for like $5-10, I will do that for y'all. I definitely will, because I get it. It's hard to figure out what to eat. Okay, let me get caught up again. My regret is I'm mean to myself the month after surgery. Ooh, I feel that, Sierra. I have lost 65 pounds and I think I'm just excited and happy, right? Like, I'm just excited to be here. I'm just excited to be here. Fluffy T, you're 2 weeks out and you're down 21 pounds. Yes. I struggle with acid reflux after surgery in June. Ooh. Etta, have you talked to your surgeon about getting a possible bypass? I remember I did a live like a couple of weeks ago, and somebody told me they had like their sleeve in like June, I want to say, and then they suffered from acid reflux so bad that they turned around and had a revision like maybe like December, something very close. Like I remember, I think it was like a 7-month turnaround. They ended up getting a revision to a bypass because their acid reflux was so bad. And that's the crazy thing. You just don't like, I know that they warn you that it could be a factor, but it also probably you won't get acid reflux after weight loss surgery, but you just won't know until you know. So I think you said earlier that you regret not getting the bypass, but you also don't know that that was going to be, or didn't know that that was going to be your reaction to, VSG. So don't like beat yourself up about it. You can only make the decisions with the information that you have at the time. But just definitely talk to your surgeon. Hey, Ash Nicole, definitely talk to your surgeon and see, if you could just straight up, I know you said that they installed a device to help, but see if you could just straight up get a revision, because they do revisions sooner. And I just learned that. And that's why I like getting on these apps, because I just learned that. Hey, honeybee, you're considering weight loss surgery? As you should. As you should. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I was 230 to 183. Need to be proud of that. Yes, Bridget. Yes. Like, we need to give ourselves grace. And sometimes I think our minds are not catching up with how fast we're dropping weight. We're dropping weight at an unnatural pace. Like, we need to remember that. Even though we had surgery, the weight that we're dropping is the rate is very unnatural. So sometimes, at least for me, I feel like I was dealing with the body dysmorphia because my mind wasn't able to catch up to how fast I was dropping. I dropped majority of my weight in the first 6 months, and I've only lost 15 pounds since 6 months post-op. So, and that allowed my mind to finally catch up to my body, just because I've lost weight so slowly in these last now 7 months. My mind is finally like, oh, okay, like I'm used to being in my smaller body now. I can see my weight loss when I look at myself, because that was something I was struggling with. I can see my weight loss from pictures and videos, but I couldn't see it like when you're looking at yourself in a mirror. I don't have those problems now. So I don't suffer from body dysmorphia as much as I used to in the very beginning, because I'm now used to being in a smaller body. So sometimes I look at stuff, and I wish I had this information when I was going through my journey. So hear me when I say this. Sometimes losing weight at a slower pace will help you mentally. Yes, it might not be what you want, but we have to think about all the different parts of our body. And so for me, I was mentally messed up, which is why I created these journals, because it helped me work out the mental part of weight loss surgery. But yeah, like sometimes it's a good thing to stall, and sometimes it's a good thing to lose weight slowly. That way your mind can catch up to what your body is doing as well. Just got approved for the sleeve. I'll be having it on the 24th of this month. Yay, golden. Yay. Your skin is still numb 9 weeks post-op. There's a lot of nerve endings, so I definitely get that. I feel like, I know with my C-section, I suffered from that like a good year. Like they're cutting through those different nerves, and sometimes some of them do get damaged. Okay, yeah, I definitely want an ebook. Okay, I'll start working on that. I would definitely work on that. It's nothing, and here's the thing, these recipes I'm gonna give y'all are gonna be realistic for us wives and moms and people who just need to just kind of grab and go. Like, I'm not gonna be sitting there in the kitchen doing full out meals, because I don't do that naturally. These are gonna be something you can pop in the microwave, something you can make in 5 minutes, something like that's not really that serious, but that's what we need, like, because real life still happens. And so if I make these ebooks, don't expect it to be some gourmet meals. This is going to be very real life. I appreciate you being here, Bridget. You've been craving Popeye's chicken so bad. I'm trying to find an alternative. Sometimes, Sarah, it's okay to give into it. Like, here's the thing. I find that when I overly restrict myself from something that I'm wanting, then I'm going to binge on it. When I do finally have it, I'm going to like if I was craving Popeyes and I stayed away from it, then instead of getting a 2-piece and maybe a mashed potatoes, I'll probably get a 4-piece and force myself to eat that all day. So sometimes when I get those cravings, sometimes I'll ignore it, but if it's like still lingering, then I'm gonna have it. You know why? Because I know I'm not eating Popeye's chicken every week. I know I'm not eating that stuff all the time. So if I have it once in a blue moon, I'm okay with that. But it took me some time to be okay with that. It took me to heal my relationship with food, to not look at certain food groups as bad and toxic and I should stay away from. Like, I don't look at anything anymore as a bad food thing. Yes, there's some things I might naturally not eat and I avoid because I'm just smarter when it comes to my nutrition. But if I still have a craving for something, I'm gonna have it and I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. I still hold myself accountable so that I don't go crazy. But if there's something that I want, then I'll have it. So honor that. Have some Popeyes tonight for dinner. And then you satisfy that craving. And honestly, might not even be tasting as good as you thought it was going to. And then tomorrow move on. Your insurance didn't cover it, so you had to go to Tijuana. Gotcha. You're able to buy a journal now, Ashley. Ashley, hey girl. So if you go to my website, digress here, let me put it in the comments. Digest.com. It's also linked in my bio. Give me 1 second because I can't talk and type at the same time. Okay. If you go to my website, my journals are listed there. And so I have 3 of them. These are them right here. One is dedicated to the, wait, I'm about to show you the wrong one. Okay, one is dedicated, this is The Journey Begins. It's dedicated to the pre-op phase of weight loss surgery. It's a 6-month long journal. I have things in here like setting SMART goals, and then you're gonna set 3 SMART goals that you can actually obtain during those 6 months. I have habit tracking. We're going to talk about habit tracking, and I have 6 months worth of trackers for you to habit track. And then we're also going to talk about tapping into the dream version of yourself. And then we have weekly journal prompts for 6 months. So you'll have a weekly journal prompt, and then for the rest of the week, you'll just be writing to yourself. Whatever it is that you want, you'll label it, because most people's weight loss surgery approval process is 6 months long. So I wanted to make something that's dedicated to that. It's hardcover too, so that way, you know, it won't tear down on you. But this journal, don't think that you can't buy it because it's for the pre-op people, because I made sure all of these journals are different from each other. That way, if you want to pick up all 3, pick up all 3. It's not going to be the same journal that you're getting. And setting SMART goals and habit tracking and dream version of yourself is still beneficial, even if you're a year post-op or in your first year. So that's the first one. This one is The Journey Within. I've already had a lot of orders for this one. This seems to be the really popular one so far. It's for your first year after weight loss surgery, that first year post-op. This is a year-long journal. Again, it's hardcover so that it won't tear down on you. But it has 366 journal prompts in here. 366 journal prompts. And this is how I healed my relationship with food, is by really thinking about my habits that got me there in the first place. So all of the journal prompts is dedicated to that. And again, like I said, it's 366 in here. It starts on your surgery day, and it goes until your surgery. You'll put your date in here. And yeah, it's a lot of like self-reflection and self-work in these journals. And again, the journal prompts in here is not going to be the same in here. So if you wanted to buy both of them and do the work, do the work. And then my third journal is called The Journey to Wholeness. It's again another year-long journal, hardcover, 366 journal prompts. This one is more structured though, because it is broken up month to month. So it is pre-labeled, but you can buy the journal, just find the date, April 3rd, and go to April 3rd and do like that. Again, the journal prompts in here are not going to be the same journal prompts in here. If you wanted to buy all three, you can. So that's over 700 journal prompts that are geared towards your trauma, figuring out your past traumas, figuring out your relationship with food, figuring out your body image issues, figuring out your relationship with fitness, general self-development, your relationship with your friends, your relationship with your family. Like I put so much love and effort into these journals. They really are going to be beneficial to you guys. And then if you buy it from my website, you'll get this free bariatric bookmark. And yeah, just go to my website. It's linked in my bio, digressandigest.com. Sign up for the newsletter. That way, if I'm doing special promotions, you'll be the first to know. I have a blog on my website where I'm doing written stuff, giving you written information and written resources. I'm going to be releasing a podcast next month. So there's a lot of things that I have in the works for you guys that really will just help support you during your weight loss surgery journey, but beyond that, because I get on live right now and I talk too much, but it's all beneficial. And so that's why I decided to just create a podcast where I can just like have a more structured flow of the advice and experiences that I share with you guys. So yeah, just head to my website, explore the website. So much information on there. My YouTube videos will be posted on theirs. It's like pretty much my hub of all of the content that I create. And if you buy a journal, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. And if you don't, even if you clicking and reading and watching, I appreciate you either way. All right. I was doing so much rambling, so let me get caught up real quick. All right, y'all. I've been on live for like over 90 minutes. I think I'm gonna pop off. I am getting back on live tonight with my Berry sisters, Cara and Bree. We do a weekly live session every Wednesday night at 5:30 Pacific. Tonight, we're gonna be talking about self-care and pouring into yourself after weight loss surgery. So make sure y'all, if y'all on YouTube, make sure you come to TikTok and watch that live tonight at 5:30. And I am going to be giving y'all a 10% discount code on the journals tonight. So if you want to wait, you can wait until tonight to get the discount code. That's 10% off your order. Or you can sign up for the newsletter and you should get a discount code that way too if it's your first order. But I will see y'all tonight. Y'all have a good day.